Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarjun. I'm a data science trainer, a lecturer, and an industry practitioner in this field, and a mentor to the youth. This is the sixth in the series of basic R programming course. Before we start, I would like to request that you follow me on my socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and let's get on to today's segment. Okay. So today I'm not going to be using the Jupyter Notebook because of the stringer package. There's some issues. So I will definitely use my RStudio instead. So it gives you an idea that both RStudio and Jupyter Notebook are very similar. So I'm going to be covering very simple string functions. So things like grep, nchar, paste, different substring, string split, two lower, two upper, and stuff like that. So let me go through some of them, and you'll see their usage in terms of this string manipulation. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so I'm going to start the grep function. So the use of grep function allows users to pass in a specific search term, and the response will be the index of the vectors that match the, let me just match the request. So assign a variable myVector with a C function, which is basically your vector function, and with these words, this is a word as parameter. So how this works is my vector assigned to, see with this is a comma word, word, right? And then use the grep function. So now I'm going to print with the grep function, right? Grep, and I'm going to pass in the word that I'm looking out for is, right? I'm looking out for the word is, comma. Okay, let me paste this out so it doesn't. Okay, is, and then I pass in the word that the vector that is supposed to search it from, and I'm going to pass in Perl equals to true and value equals to false. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time around I'm going to change the value equals to true, right? And please watch the console as the outputs will be at the bottom here, right? So I'm going to run this grep function. So I'm going to select the whole thing until here, and I'm going to click on run. Okay, so when I run this, you can see that when I use the grep function, when I want to search for is, it is found in the first and the second index values, which is actually this and is. So both this and is have contained the word is, so it is true 1 and 2. And then what are the actual values? Basically, it's this and is, which is why when I say value equals to true, it tells me the value that I'm looking at, right? So that is for the grep function. Now, moving on. I'm going to use the nchar function. So the nchar function is going to count the number of characters in a variable and return back the number of letters in that word or sentence. Depends on what I'm passing. So here I'm going to use my word. It's going to be, this is a long sentence. Okay, not so long, but it's still a long sentence. And I'm going to use the nchar function to print out the number of words. So let's see. Print. I'm passing in nchar. And I pass in my word. Okay, so again, I'm going to select all this, and this is how I run. I run, you can see I get 23. But notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I only have 19. How is it possible? Because it also counts the space. 20, 21, 22, and 23. Right, so be careful. Moving on, let's look at the paste function. So the paste function basically brings together multiple variables and combines them into a new variable. So let's create a variable called text, which is age is, right? And then age, which is equals to, or 20, assigned to 25, sorry, in quotes, right? Now I want to combine it, right? Use a combine text. Combine text is actually equals to paste. I'm going to pass in text, comma, age. That's combined text. I'm going to print combined text and also the type of combined text. So let's try this. Print combine text. You can see that the IntelliSense is already working. It's helping me. And I'm going to print, oops, not capital print, small print, type of combined text. So it's kind of cool. So I just need to select from here onwards and I run. You can see age is 25 and it's of character type. Now I'm going to copy the same thing and instead I'm going to pass in I'm going to do the same thing, age text, but instead this time around, instead of just combine text, I'm going to pass in this paste, I'm going to pass in a separator option with a bar instead. So the default separator is actually a space, but now because I put a bar in and I run this again, you will see the output will be a bit different, right? So when I run this, you can see age is sorry, that is age is bar 25. So you can see that that's not very aesthetically pleasing, but that's what it is. So if you put a space here, a bar here, it replaces the gap instead of a space, which is defaulted, the default character. Now it becomes a bar. It's not very pleasing. So sprint f function allows you to pass in or format your variables accordingly. So let's create a your name variable using the readline. Okay, readline prompt. I want to pass in, prompt. Please enter your name, right? And that is the readline function for your name, right? And then your age, I want to pass in s.numeric readline prompt. Okay. Prompt. Please enter your age. Okay, then now you want to display the variables in the format. Hi, your name. So let's start this. sprintf. Sprintf. That's the function. Hi. Okay. Hi. How does this work? Hi. And then we do a percentage s, which is the first string value. So hi, let me just do it this way. Hi, percentage s, comma, right? You are, okay, percentage 0.0f. So it's looking for a number. So the first value you're going to pass in is your name. The second one is your number. So that's how you go. So your name, comma, your age. That's all, right? And then I will run this. So watch the console below. Let's see. Let me just do step by step. Okay, let me run this. So it's asking for your name. I must enter my name. So let me put it as Matt. Okay, I'm going to run this. Enter my age. I'm going to enter it as 36. Oops, not here. Here in the console, 36. Right, and then I'm going to do it because there's a read line. I think it's better to do it step by step. Hi Matt, you're 36 years old. Make sense? So just do it step by step. This is why when you do it in Jupyter Notebook, it's easier to do it all one row, but here it's better to do it step by step. Okay, the substring function, right? The use of substring function will extract the specific segments. So let's assign my words with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to use a substring function. So I'm going to use print substring, right? It's a function, and I'm going to pass in my words, starting from which word am I going to substring and ending word. So it starts from 3, so you'll start from 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I were to run this, and I run this, it's going to give me 3, 4, 5, 6. So it starts from 3, 4, 5, 6. So starting with 3, 4, 5, the third number all the way until the sixth character, third character to the sixth character. Okay, moving on. String split function. So string split function allows the sentence to be split by a specific character. So this is quite commonly used, right? You want to split a sentence. This is a sentence. So usually you can do a string split. Usually is usually done by, see, it's ordered automatically here. String split, I pass in my words, right? So you just select this and you pass in a separator, which is an empty space. Usually that's how you split it, and you can see this is a sentence, it's actually split. You can also use other characters to split it, but it's not advisable, right? It's weird. So space is the most optimal, right? Just to be exact. You can run it, you can see the output here. This is a sentence. You can also do my words to, let me create my words with this very weird, this is a sentence, so let me copy this and put it here. And I want to print to lower my words. Let me just print this out. You can see it's all in small letters, right? I can also do the same thing for to upper, right? I can copy this and paste this here. I can copy this and paste this here, and I can do a to upper, and I just run this. I get this sentence all in caps. Okay, I can also do a variable, right? My word with this words, right? And I just do a print of my word, right? Now, if I were to run this, you can see that there is a lot of space, right? I can add a trim ws function. And if I run this again this time around, you will see that it's trimmed out the space after and before, right? Okay, moving on. I want to install the Stinger package and the Stinger library. So start stringer. I think I'm, this is what happens when you, not Stinger, stringer. So install packages, right? stringr. Okay. You have to type this. You also have to do a library, call out that package as well, right? And then you do my words is basically, this is a sentence, simple, and then use the string to title. So print string to title. It's already there, you see, automatically prompted. So it works, right? You know it works, my words, right? So let me just select this whole set of things to run. I click run. Yes, I want to restart. Okay, doesn't matter. It runs. So it's building my packages. It's downloaded. It's downloading. It's running the code, right? Just wait for a while. Okay, let me run this again. Let me run from here again. Yep. So now you see, stringer package. This is a sentence. It converts everything to a capital T, capital I, capital A, and capital S. Right. So it's good to run them line by line, especially when you're installing any packages. Right. So run these two first, then run this, and then run this. Sometimes they skip or they may not run consecutively, right? Because they restart and stuff like that. So just to be careful. Okay, again, import the stringer library for stringer, library for the string replace words. So this one is similar to the, so let me copy this. So let me paste this and let me run this one time. So I'm doing it step by step. So so I already imported all and then I copy this and I paste this, right? I'm just going to assign my words and then I want to do a stringer replace all. So print replace all. Okay, I'm going to pass in my words, sentence. I'm going to change the word sentence inside the sentence to word. Okay, so I run this already. Now my turn is to run this. So I just click on this and I run this. So this is a word instead of this is a sentence. Okay, quick practice. Take 5 minutes, request user for string word input, assign a variable user word with input to input words using the reline function, then display the user word in all title case format. In all title case format, so it's quite simple. Okay, pause, try it out. Okay, so again, this is very much similar to the using the stringer library. Right, we need to do this. We need to have this. I run it, I have it already, it works. Okay, so user word equals to read line, right? Prompt is please enter your words. Okay, there's a trick here. I'll tell you what. You have, because you want it all to be capital, you need to be careful that the user word is too lower. So you make sure you change it to too lower, right? Because you don't know what format the person will give it to you in. Could all be in caps, right? You only want the first letter to be capital. So you just do user word. Now you do a string to title. And then you pass in user word. Simple, right? Then you print user word. So let me do it step by step. Let me take the first word first. Run this. Okay, let's say let's just put this is a sentence, but with a capital, big capital at the end. E. Sentence, not a word. Okay, maybe something like that. Right? So I do that, and then I run this. and I print this. So this is a sentence, not a word. You can see all has been converted to title cases, so it works. And even the word at the end, the sentence E, has become a small letter, and all that. So you need to be careful about all these things. Okay, with that said, we have come to the end of today's segment. Till next time, see ya.